So if it was $1 million, the label doesn't give you $1 million. At least, like, if it was $1 million for like the first project, they don't give you $1 million. They're gonna give you 500,000. They're gonna give you half. You get half. Usually when they're picking up an option, and then half when you turn the album in. That's just how it goes, right? So when you're signing, they usually give you quote unquote a signing bonus to make up for the half that you're not getting at the moment. So we're gonna just still call it. Let's say give you a signing bonus of $500,000, and then the rest of the shit was $1 million when you turn half up front. Then when you turn the album in, another half, right? I know some of y'all probably like, yo, I'm confusing y'all. I know. So you still got $1 million, right? But in reality, you're probably in the hole, right? So that's $1 million. Then the $500,000 signing bonus, that's 1.5. Then your lawyer probably charged like, I don't know at this point, that nigga $250,000. Or let's just say he was cheap or like he was really good to you, 100,000. So 1.6. Remember you paid out 20% to your lawyer, to your manager, right? I'm just talking about debt you're in. And if you're just tuning in at this point, I'm showing you why rappers never get paid. So when you hear these rappers talking about all this money, if they not touring like a motherfucker, like for example, that's why that nigga The Baby, I love him, but when he got canceled for them shows, trust me, that nigga was down to me with anybody. Because that money is what you're getting paid from. The myth, I don't know if y'all think that record labels pay artists every month. They don't. Okay? Now, and this is such a horrible story. Because I feel like if you're not really paying attention, you're going to lose it. So let's say you're 1.6 in the hole. The label says you got to make an album. We got $1 million budget for you to make it, right? That $1 million is going to go to studio time. I'm simplifying shit. So your recording budget to pay for features, to pay for samples, to pay for clearances, let's say it's $1 million, right? So now you're $2.6 million in the fucking hole. You haven't made these motherfuckers a dime. This is why when rappers say, my label not paying me, nigga, you know how much they spent on you? So cool. They spent that amount of money for you to make the project. But they also said that they were going to guarantee you $500,000, or let's say $750,000. Let's just say $500,000, right? So you're 2.5 in the hole. Let's just say $500,000 for promotion to get it out. Now, let me tell you what a label does. And I promise you, this is the case. If you see a artist on Rap Caviar minus $100,000 from their budget, not that Rap Caviar is charging, but what happens, just like when you see a song on radio, there is a pitching and promotion team. When people are putting money to radio, they'll say, hey, we need this song. It's a big song. Put it to radio. It'll be like $250,000 earmarked for that one song to a radio promo team, or maybe $500,000. What the radio promo team does with that money is what they do. It's kind of wink wink type of shit, but it's one of those things. I'm going to take this $500,000. I'm going to catch the DJs in the strip clubs that I know take money. Hey, here's your $3,000. Play my man's song on the radio. Here's this. Play this on the radio. For the bigger shit that you can't really do that because it's quote unquote illegal, you then you be like, yo, hey, I'm going to buy some ads. Wink, wink. If you play this song, I'm going to give the station money if you play this song, right? $50,000, $100,000 to the bigger stations. This is how it works. I'm telling you how it goes. You heard me? So you now pay these people. You pay another team to pitch the playlist. You pay another team to it's what I'm basically trying to tell you. This, you pay a separate fee for all this shit. Okay? So basically now, before you sell a fucking record, you're like 3 to 4 million in the hole. Your album comes out and does 50 fucking thousand copies. 50,000, we're simplifying everything, times 10 is 500,000. I told you, usually a lot of people's first week. I'm simplifying again. It's usually kind of sometimes around half. We're saying it's 30%. Let's say, so 50,000 is 500,000. Let's multiply it that over a year, you're going to get the 100% of it. So if that's 30%. Let's times it by 3. 500,000 times 3, that's 1.5. But we're even gonna just be generous, right? Let's just call it motherfucking 2 million. In a year's time, you still owe the fucking label $1.5 million. Now keep in mind, you're doing all the festivals. Remember, they probably got you a lit song out of that too. Y'all know any artists who got a really lit song but sold 50,000? Y'all gotta name them. Think about it. Y'all know any artists who got a really lit song? Because sometimes they might be spending some of that on one song. They might spend $1 million on promoting one song. Somebody just came out recently, they admitted, they say take $1 million to break one song. Which I think it take to get a whole album lit. So now, your album in a year has gained the label $1.5 million, but we're being nice. We're saying $2 million. And you're down $3.5 million. Say 3 years from now, because by the way, you're on to your second project now, right? Like most of these niggas, they want to drop a project per year. They don't want to keep working the same project for 3 years, do they? No, every year there's a new project, right? Because if they were the same project for a year, you're gonna be like, what the fuck, right? So they're asking for their next advance. Yo, give me the next advance. You know what the next advance is? $1.5 million. That's going to get split up again. They're getting more in debt. They ain't even make up the first one. Now, here's the thing. Let me tell you what always fucks up rappers. They're $1.5 million in debt from their first album. They think it's lit. Yo, bitches is screaming my name. Niggas is saying I'm lit. Yo, you saw when I came out rolling loud? Yo, you gotta see, I'm getting $500,000 every fucking time I post on the gram. What? I'm making money. The label's looking at you like, nigga, we spent damn near $4 fucking million on you. You better be fucking getting your likes up. You know, rappers are stupid. They be like, yo, my likes is lit. You ever see my lives? Y'all be having like 50,000 people in there. If only 50,000 people could give us our fucking money back after we just fucking invested in you. You know what I mean? That's what the label's thinking. So now, you're down from the first album. You go into the second, they give you even more money, because that's how every contract works. You get some money here, you get more money later. They give you more money, and I don't know, let's say like you on the come up. So you ain't sell 50 this time, you know what I'm saying? So 80. Sold 80. And by the way, just to let y'all know, the budget for the next album usually revolves around what the budget is for the last, unless it's already like dictated in the contracts. But even if it's dictated in contracts, for example, like I'll say like Rod Wave. Rod Wave, with the success, I know for a fact, and by the way, I never talked to the label, nothing like that, but I know they saw his shit blow up so fast, I guarantee they upped his budget. You get me? Because they weren't expecting that. So I'm like, oh, shit, let's up his budget. Like, let's give him more, that he could do more shit. Do you understand what I mean? Right? Okay. So the point what I'm trying to say is that for some of these artists, like over the span of like 2 to 3 projects, they owe the label fucking millions of dollars. But you see with an artist, they only could think about the last hot song they had. So when they finally get one, and the label's finally recouping, you know what they start saying? Yo, my label jerking me. Yo, the label looking at them like, nigga, we lost fucking $5 million promoting your bitch ass. Like, what the fuck? Let us eat. We gotta eat before you eat. You not about to see. By the way, they never got paid all these years, but they knew they weren't like, they knew they were over budget all the time. The first time they get some really lit shit, they're like, yo, where my money at? The label's looking like, nigga, we trying to recoup. Anytime you... Yo, I'm feeling the flow, I get hot. More than I drop is the more I get low. The music is lifting me up against soul. Show me a tune I can nod to. Yo, I'm just in the rules. When I'm packing up punch and it's knocking my track and I'm not feeling back on that. any artist say, we ain't get paid, the label, trust me, the labels will never talk. The labels is saying, nigga, do you know how much we spent? You ain't getting no money? If you ain't getting no money, it's because, trust me, yo, in a great situation, the label is splitting. The label is not gonna just not pay artists. The label wants to pay artists, but the label, and this happens a lot. I remember Waka Flocka called out his label, bruh. Let me tell you this: the money. So if you didn't recoup the first album, you're going to your second album. They gave you more money. So if it was $1 million, the label doesn't give you $1 million. At least, like, if it was $1 million for like the first project, they don't give you $1 million. They're gonna give you 500,000. They're gonna give you half. You get half. Usually, when they're